All right. Welcome, guys. I am so excited to be here. Jean Marlo Davis, your wealth creator. I'll tell you a little bit more about myself for those who don't know me. I want to thank everybody that's watching this live on TikTok, those that's watching this in our private group, and those who have joined us on Zoom. We're looking to get broadcast on YouTube, Facebook, and the other things. My husband is working on that so we can make sure that everybody can get this information, whether you are registered through Zoom, whether you register through YouTube or TikTok, or you go see us live on Facebook. We're working all that together. So thank you so much. We're here to talk about Supercharge Your Business, 3 shifts that took us to 6 figures in 4 months. I want to welcome everybody and thank you for being here. Make sure you grab pen and paper, get in a quiet space so you can take copious notes, okay? So what will you learn tonight? I want to talk about how to level up, the key mistakes we made, and how to create positive cash flow. What I mean is how to level up your business, increase your profits, mistakes that we made that most entrepreneurs make that keep them stuck, as well as how to take the next real step to 6 to 7 figures. And so, guys, I want you to know this is not a get rich quick scheme. I want to go through this, but I want to be effective, not eternal. And I want to make sure that you understand that the information I'm giving you is not get rich quick. You got to have a positive mental attitude. The results are going to vary because it varies on how serious you are about building something for yourself. And then we got to make sure that we develop strategic marketing strategies. So to give you a little bit about myself, I really don't like talking about myself. You can read on the screen. I am a former IRS auditor with over 24 now years of tax and financial experience. I've been featured on Good Day Atlanta, Fox News, all this so good stuff. Went 100 city tour with Danny Glover, creator of several 6 and 7 figure programs, author, speaker, coach. You can see all that information if you want to. And I tell people all the time, make sure you Google me so you can make sure that you know that the information I'm giving you is in the printout. Okay. So let's talk about the big problem. What is the big problem today? Well, most entrepreneurs, they're stuck, overwhelmed, under pressure. They're not making money. They're not attracting clients and customers that's in their genre. Because some people, they'll reach out to me and they say, I'm just marketing everywhere. They don't understand target audience and they wonder why their business is failing. And that is one of the big problems. And then on top of that, is they complicate the process. You got to be able to do something simple and duplicatable that even if you went away, it can continue to grow past you. And most people are not able to do that. Okay. So let's talk about the first shift. And I thank God for this because I'm very passionate. I was talking to my husband. I said, honey, it hurts me sometimes and I have to remove emotion when I see talented people, great products, great services. And I'm like, but they're stuck and they're not making money. They're everywhere. Instead of finding what their mission is, finding what their goal is, finding what their passion is, listening to what the needs are. So you got to have clarity. We call shift number one the clarity framework. Stop chasing ideas because you've seen it on social media. You saw somebody else was doing it and it seemed good, but you got to make sure that you are building something that is in you. Find the sweet spot in you. What are you passionate about? What are you believing for? What do you feel that the problems out there today that you can help solve that can be a profitable position offer? Write that down. A profitable position offer. What do I mean by that? It's an offer that not only sells, but does so good at a price that gives you strong margins, freedom, and room to scale. A lot of people that I talk to, when I look at what they're doing, they can't scale it. They get stuck. I don't know what to do. I had a young lady, she's an author, and of course she sells books, but I'm like, girl, that's your calling card. Do you understand the things that you can do from when you become an author, how that book can get you in rooms that you yourself can't get in, and how you can use that as a business card, how you can get on stages, how you can collab, how you can create membership sites. Oh, don't let me get, I keep going. And so that's the main thing, that the clarity framework. You got to really get in your head, what is my mission? What is my goal? What am I striving to do? What do I feel that I've been called to do? What am I passionate about? That's the first shift that happened with us, that help us to get to 6 figures in 4 months and do it again in 3 months, because I found a need. And I was told, if you find a need and feel the need, you'll be wealthy indeed. I want you to really, really write that down. I need clarity. That's the first shift of getting to 6 figures, then 7 figures, being able to create something that's duplicatable, something that is systematic, something that you can get paid in your sleep, because that's what it's about. Okay. Number 2, build your brand and build it fast. You want to build your brand, build authority, and build it fast. How do I attract? How do I attract qualified customers and not put pressure on them? Okay. Now, one thing I would definitely say is become clear. Become clear, become credible, compelling in what you offer and how you present it. Make sure, guys, that what I love and what I'm learning, what I did, I'm just sharing with you what I did to make the 6 figures, is that, of course, as I'm a former IRS auditor with over 24 years now, tax experience and finance experience. So right off the bat, one of the products that we were selling was a 4-week course, educating people on how they can become a tax resolution specialist and go from making 300 to 500 a client to 3,000 to 5,000 a client. And so the authority, where's the authority come from? Well, this lady is a former IRS auditor. She has over 20 plus years with tax and finances. So automatically people understood, okay, this lady know what she's talking about. She has the authority. Anytime you have over 10,000 hours of a thing, guys, you have the authority. But how do I get people to know me, like me, and trust me? That's what we're going to talk about in this shift. How to attract qualified clients, become clear. One of the things is social media still works, okay? Social media still works. Most people, they are using a lot of money on ads when you got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, Lemonade, all these different things that you can, Twitter or X, that you can be consistent with. I'm going to tell you something. Well, I'm going to wait till I get to shift number 3 and I'll tell you about that. We got so much help now. The things that I was doing a couple of years ago, guys, we didn't even have it. And now what we have now, man, it just really closed the gap, even out the playing field. So the one thing that you got to look at is, what do I need to do? How do I attract clients and customers? You got to make sure you're authentic to your voice. Write that down. Your voice, your message, it matters more and more each day. You got to make sure that you're plain and to the point. When I say plain, you want to be direct with your audience. You want to make sure you tell the story. What I like is having a hook, tell your story, and then boom, your offer. Having the hook, tell your story, and then your offer. For example, I could say, I show people, or I went from $300 to $500 a client to $3,000 to $5,000 a client, and this is how I did it. And then I go into my story as a former IRS auditor, dealing with taxes and helping people to, not ODIRS, helping people to solve tax problems, things of that nature. I started to notice that more and more people would listen to me on radio shows and things of that nature. You see, I'm going, how they would listen to me on radio shows and they would call in and they said they owed IRS $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. And then I would book them and they would share the problem with me. And then they would ask me, would I become their client or their POA, power of attorney? And then I would give them that retainer. The retainer would be anywhere from 3,000, 5,000 up to 10,000. And boom, you see the hook. I went from earning 300 to 500 to 3,000 to 5,000 or more What did I do? I help people sleep better at night by helping them to eradicate tax debt. And then boom, you make the offer, what you have to offer. Again, you need to write that down. Your voice and message matters. Social media work. Can you write that down as well under building brand? Social media work. And that's going to lead me to shift number 3 in just a second. But I really want to horn in on that because a lot of people, when they reach us, when they book their free 15-minute consult with us, they start saying, well, my friend, they spend 2, 3, 4,000 on Google ads, or they spend $1,000 a week on Facebook ad, and they still not where they want to be. I said, because listen, you don't have to start there. You can develop your brand right now with social media. But the main thing that I find, guys, and I'm just keeping it 100% real, the main thing that I find is that people are lazy. The main thing also that I find that people get uncomfortable doing new things. They get used to doing the same thing over and over again, but it's not yielding a different result. And you know what we say about that? To do the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, we say that's insanity. So that's the reason why you need to get a mentor. You need to get a coach. You need to get Jean Marlo Davis in your life, because I'm going to share with you what I did. Not no theory, not no made up stuff. I'm going to share with you step by step by step what we did to attract qualified customers, qualified clients, how we get paid in our sleep. That's how we got the 6 figures in 4 months. Now, shift number 3. So build your brand, build authority fast. Okay. Number 3, systemize, automate, and scale using AI. And if you're not using Chat GPT and AI, you are behind the curve. That's what I'm saying. A few years ago, we didn't have Chat GPT, but now we do. We have so many. You got young people, 21, 23, 24, that's making hundreds of thousands of dollars, guys, a month using automated systems like Chat GPT, creating auto webinars, creating online courses, things of that nature, and using these different apps and integrating it with chat. It just blows my mind. Now, let me just share this with you. You can't really see it, but right here in my hand, I have where I had Chat GPT to give me a 5-day breakdown on a campaign on what I need to do to attract the clients and customers that I'm looking for, to be able to build up my webinars, to be able to build up my email list, to be able to get more traction into my email list, into my auto webinars, into getting them into myself. And chat, good old chat, I call mine Elliot, broke it down day by day on what I need to do. Posting a motivational story, doing reels, going live, lifestyle posts. I'm telling you, you don't have to try to figure this out anymore. And some people, I would like to say, they're scared of chat. One thing I love about chat AI is that it lets you know right away, do not put your personal information in there. We don't need your personal information. We don't need that. And yes, there is somebody behind me. So you don't have to worry about, we're not here to take over the world. There's an employee behind this chat working to help you. So I'm telling you, leverage the power of Chat GPT. Now, one thing also too, like this webinar, I'm doing it live, and I'm doing a live webinar every week, but also with this being recorded, it now become a part of the replay. So thank you guys who are going to be watching the replay. Thank you so much for watching. So now they can click on a link and I can have 1,000 webinars or more going on every day. All I got to do is send out a blast and somebody sees the link. They go ahead and register, they watch it, and then in turn, they're able to make a decision if they want to work with us. When I talk to people, when I say, what are you doing to be able to clone yourself, that you're not having to do all the work? A lot of times people would tell me, Jean, I haven't got that far. That's why it's very, very important who you let in your life so they can help you to grow your brand, to grow your business, to increase your profits. That's what Supercharge all about. I can go here all day, all long, because we do have real results. We have time freedom, we have money freedom, and we're helping. Look, we just helped a young guy. I wanted to say this. We just helped a young guy earn 5K in 30 days from creating a membership site and helping him to scale that even inside the membership site, when they sign up, they can book what? A consultation. Come on. We know what we're doing here. We know what we're doing. So let's talk about influence. Your business only grows to the level of your influence. Listen, influence is the new currency. In today's business and digital world, influence gets you access, attention. Let me tell you something very funny. I went to go get my nails. Aren't they cute? They're cute. I went to get my nails done. And I told the lady, I said, I am a social media influencer. I said, I get paid from TikTok. I get paid from Instagram. And I was saying, she's like, what? And she immediately started looking me up. And she said, you know what? We can do a collab. I would love to talk to you about doing a collab. You can get 50% off on getting your nails done anytime. We can work it out. Just let me know. Why? Influence. Money follows attention. Influence builds trust. And trust converts into sales. Write that down. Money follows attention. Influence build trust, and trust converts into sales. Do you understand? Never in my life have I ever seen influencers on the red carpet, but you're starting to see influencers on the red carpet, influencers in movies, influencers in different deals because of popularity. A lot of people used to ask me back in the day, Gene, I have this business. I'm in network marketing, direct sales, or affiliate marketing, whatever the case may be. And I don't know what to lead with. I don't know if I lead with the product. Do I lead with the service? And I tell people all the time, you lead with you. Your business only grows to the level of your influence. You got to start doing those Facebook lives, doing those TikTok lives, creating those reels, creating those shorts, and doing it every day, repetitively, but always have a CTA at the end, a call to action. Where are you going to send them? Where do they go next? After you give that story, you give that testimony, you give that advice, where do you send them now? Do you send them to a webinar? Do you send them to your product page? Where do you send them? A lot of people, when I watch your reels, I watch your short, I'm like, ugh, because you don't even tell them to like, to share, to leave a comment, or hey, click on the link below to follow us, click on the link below to register for our coaching. There should always be a call to action so people can continue to follow you. Remember, people do business with people they know, they like, and they trust. Build influence and they will come. Okay. Now, define your why. I talked about that, right? Why are you doing this? And it's got to be more than money. It's got to be more. I was telling my husband the other day, Mr. Davis, I said, honey, I'm very passionate when I hear people, business people who get stuck and they don't know what to do. They don't know how to grow. They don't know how to scale. Um, their email list is not building. They're not getting customers. They don't have a big, I guess you'd say, marketing budget to be able to market, and they don't know what to do. They don't have a campaign. They don't know what to do on a day-to-day basis. And I said, and it bothers me because a lot of people that I know that they have excellent, excellent ideas that you're like, oh my God, if you could just get in front of people, man, millions is already there. You're already a multimillionaire because if you can hold it here, you can hold it here in your hand. And I'm like, wow. And I felt good because I said, you know what? Those that have an ear, let them hear. I can really show someone how they can make 6 figures in 4 months the way we did. I can show them how to even do it in 3 months because I did it. I can't share something with you that I haven't done. but I'm excited. My why is to tell the stories of lives transformed. Well, what does that mean, Gene? That means I have to be able to transform lives. I have to be able to solve problems. That is my why. My why is to impact 1 billion lives before I leave this planet. Will it happen? That's not the how it's going to happen. That's none of my business. The why is because God told me to put it in my spirit, put it in my heart. And I'm really passionate about helping people to win in the skin they're in. So define your why and create it. Okay. Now, I said this earlier, find a need and feel the need. You'll be wealthy indeed. What you have to start doing, guys, is putting your ear to the ground. Stop getting involved in foolishness. Stop watching constant negative news. Stop listening to your friend with all this gossip and stuff like that. Get out of that and start looking at what are the needs today? What are people suffering with? What are people, I don't care if you're in the hair industry, the nail industry, you're a coach, you're a mentor, you're an author, you're a fitness trainer. What are some of the needs of people today? And are you passionate about it? Is it a gift? Because I read somewhere else that your gift will make room for you. Okay, your gift will make room for you. So when you find a need, if something keeps jumping up, like boom, boom, you keep seeing it, and it keeps tugging at your heartstrings. Maybe that's something that you need to look into. Maybe that's something that's going to help because it's bothering you. You're like, it's a need, it's a need. And it might be bothering you because it's meant for you to solve that problem. How about that? Okay. Now, develop a strong belief. You can't do anything without belief. You can't do anything without belief. But belief is powerful. Belief is powerful when you begin to believe in a thing and you can see it, like I said, here, you will eventually have it here. We build things 3 ways. We build it first in the mind because we see it, we believe it, it's going to happen. Then we build it on paper, we formulate it. Okay. We write down the goal, we write down the dream, we write down the game plan, we write down how we're going to do it. We get a mentor, we get a coach because we believe that it's going to work. So we got to now see it on paper because out of sight is out of mind, right? So we got to now see it in paper. We got to write it down. We're not thinking about no imposter syndrome. We're not believing all this hype and all this other crazy stuff because we believe it here. We believe it in our heart. We know who is called to it. We write it down. We get a coach. We get a mentor. And then we physically go out there and do it. Why? Because we believe. We believe. And that's the main thing I want to say that too is don't worry about what people think about you. What people think about you is none of your business. Every time I sit down with someone, every time I do a 15-minute consult, every time I do a training, the first thing I hear is when I ask, what's stopping you? The first thing I hear is, I got imposter syndrome. I'm worried about what people are going to say. I'm worried if people are going to believe what I'm doing. And that's one of the first things, an area before we get into coaching anybody. You got to believe it. People know when you don't believe in what you're doing. People know it. They can feel it. They can see it. They can hear it. So how can you sell any product or service if you don't work on your belief? That should have been really the first slide that I did, but I put it here for a reason. That first of all, in order for you to manifest anything, you got to believe it. And then after you believe it, you got to get a game plan. You got to get a coach, a mentor, so you can formulate that thing because it's impossible to do something that you've never done before. If you don't know how to get to a certain place, you definitely need to get directions so you don't self-destruct. Okay. You got to get directions so you can get there. That's where we get a coach, we get a mentor, we get a training, we go to a webinar, we go to a conference, we go to a boot camp, we do something. If you're not investing in yourself, guys, then you're not serious about your business. I could tell you thousands of dollars that I paid, my husband have paid, that we paid to go to different workshops, seminars, so we can get to where we are. How I got to where I am today How did I make six figures? Was I saw something. One of my income streams had dried up. I said, honey, I need to replace this. This was years ago. He flew me out to Vegas first class. I went to a conference, and the information that I heard blew my mind. I saw 22, 23, 25, these people in their 20s making 6 and 7 figures. And I tell you, I was like, wow, wow. I didn't know nothing about a funnel. I didn't know nothing about tracking. I didn't know nothing about autoresponders, auto webinars, all this old stuff. I didn't know any of that stuff. But I took the information. I listened. I recorded because they said we could. And I was up in my hotel room 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was building. When I got home, I completed what I was building. And I just used the system, social media. I did what they told me to do. And I believed that it was going to work. And because I believed that it was going to work, it worked. But it worked quicker than I thought. Like I said, 6 figures in 4 months, did it again in 3 months. And now we're building multiple 7-figure businesses. Now, I don't say that to brag or boast, but I want to let you know that when you believe it, you'll receive it. Don't get me to start preaching. Walt Disney said the way to get started is to quit talking about it, gosh darn it, and let's go to it. Let's get to it. But listen, there's a big gap, and there's a lot of things missing. Okay, even though I've given you some powerful information. How long we been on here? Yeah. Oh, yeah. We've been on here almost 30 minutes. It's very impossible for me to give you step-by-step guidance on a 30-minute webinar. Okay. What's missing is implementation, strategy, mindset shift, as I talk about belief. You got to work on this first before we can even get into really building something, right? Funnel hacking, marketing campaign. That's another thing. People can show you all the nice things out there that you can do, what's profitable, this, that, and the other, but it's not going to help you anyway if you don't know how to market it. You can have the cure to the big C, but if you don't get in front of people, you don't know how to market it, it's not going to grow. Remember, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. The person that screams the loudest get heard. Are you screaming? Oh, I know what it is. You too busy worrying about what's going on in the White House instead of what's going on in the right house, which is yours. Okay, so that's the reason why we created Supercharge Your Business and Increase Your Profit Bootcamp. I'm so excited about this. I'll show you, you know what, I'll show you the video in a minute. I'll show it to you before we go. But this is a boot camp that we're doing. We did it before COVID. We would do it every 3 months. Every 3 months. We did 3 here in Atlanta. Then we went to Puerto Rico and did one there. So beautiful. The beach was so beautiful. We had so much fun. Came back, closed it out, and then boom, COVID hit. And so we had to shut it down because we was kind of nervous about it. But now we're coming back, and this is 4.0. It's going to be September the 19th to the 21st. That Friday, we're going to have a reception. We're going to have, a light hors d'oeuvres, and then we're going to have our celebrity saxophonist, Mr. Richard Shar, is going to come in and serenade us. We always have some great talent on Friday night, and then Saturday and Sunday, that 20 and 21st, we're going to show you how we made 6 figures in 4 months and repeated it in 3 months, how to build irresistible high-ticket products that sell themselves, how to create webinars that convert while you're asleep, how to stack value so well your clients think that you're robbing them, how to turn your laptop into, they think that they're robbing you, turn your laptop into a profit-pulling machine, how to attract high-paying clients and master repeat business, how to use social media as a revenue engine. And this isn't hype. This is execution, automation, and domination. And it's over 80% off, really more, because we did a special anniversary special, Memorial Day special. And I said, you know what, honey, let's let it go on to Friday. And so it ends tomorrow. Okay. So I want to show you the video. Let me go to the website. Let me see. before I close out. Let's see if I can get to this website. Okay, hopefully you can see this. Okay, this is Supercharge. Let me make sure that I got it here so y'all can see it. When you go there, this is what you're going to see. Supercharge your business and increase your profit today. Can I expand it? Yep. Okay. Now, this is the video here. Sometimes you can hear it and sometimes you can't. Okay. So I just want to show this video. And you can go to the website yourself and look at it.
So this weekend, we're going to open up the playbook to show you how we were able to earn 6 figures in 4.5 months. Do you know that whatever you're afraid of is stopping you from making money? And some of us, we know that we're good, but we're afraid that we're good. We believe that everybody is an expert. Everybody can teach something that they know. And what we're going to do is show you how to quantitate your knowledge and how you can earn money in your sleep. This right here is very important. If you don't
hopefully you can hear it, but this is just me
don't take the time
just
to create the type of life you want, then you're going to regretfully
and we normally keep it very, very small. We really don't like to have more than 15 to 20 people
and just being in a room
this
full of people
webinar.
who are all
I mean,
really
at this
committed
bootcamp.
to
We don't
living
like
their
to have a
best
lot of
lives.
people, and I'll tell you in just a
And
minute.
she's giving you really practical information that you can use, I can use today.
So you got to know what the audience want. If you don't know what the audience want, then you can't supply the need. If you can't supply the need, then therefore you cannot be.
Giving us some real world information about how we can promote and grow our business instantly.
The reason why we chose this location is because we wanted people to.
And we're going back to that mansion. Woo, 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 woo. I'm so excited.
They can be, they can do anything. And we wanted to keep this group of people to a small group because we wanted to be more intimate.
Okay, I'm just going to pause right here. You can go to, when you go to the website where you want to go, twceliteMMEvents.com. Just that part right there. I'll go back to it in just a minute. And when you go there, watch the video. You're just going to put your name and email in, click here for details, boom. And then it's going to share with you the things that we're going to be going over. You want to scroll down. I want you to read all of this. Like I said, the reception on Friday, September 19th from 7:30 to 10. You're going to come network. You're going to connect. You're going to get serenaded by Richard Shaw. And then the trainings, if you're checking in, if you're staying in the mansion, we give you the check-in times and the check-out times. If you're not, that's okay. But then we go through all the benefits of you being there and additional benefits of registering. I don't want to go through all that because I want to go ahead and wrap this up. But guys, boom, let's go here. You want to go to this website. It's only 17 spots left and it's booking up. When it comes to rooms, I think we only have 3 rooms left. And so you want to go there because guys, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be powerful. Not only are we going to feed you breakfast, lunch, those that's coming to just, want to come and get the training and then they go back home. Breakfast and lunch, we're going to be feeding you. Those who stand in the mansion get breakfast, lunch, dinner. We're going to train you. We're going to educate you. No holds barred. I go all in. And when it's over, I am exhausted. And I want to share with you that the prices there, like I said, it's over 80% off right now. You want to go to twceliteMMEvents.com, the website that I just sent you to. Go there, grab your ticket. If you can do it today, do it because at Friday at midnight, it goes back up to the already discounted amount that we had it at. We had it discounted already, but we dropped it even more because we wanted to let people get in. You know, I have a good heart. My husband have a good heart. We wanted to make sure we get people in. Guys, listen, whatever you're looking for is looking for you. And I believe that you need a coach, you need a mentor to get there. My husband and I, we paid thousands of dollars to get the training that we need. We're our mentor. I don't even want to tell you what we paid to go sit down and get this training, sit in front of a billionaire to get the training so we can go out here and we can feed you like the mother coming to the nest. We can give you the nourishment, the food that's going to help you to yield what you're looking for. So I employ you to go ahead, get registered today, twceliteMMEvents.com. We're going to be in a private mansion. We're going to have a chef that's going to cook for us breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We're going to be serenaded that Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday, we're going hard into it. And it's going to be powerful. Supercharge your business and increase your profit 4.0. Go to this website, get registered. It's already over 80% off. And I'm telling you right now, you don't want to miss it. With that being said, guys, my name is Jean Marlo Davis. I am a wealth creator. You're a wealth creator too. Remember, you can have, be, do anything. Whatever you're looking for is looking for you. And never let anyone tell you that you can't do it. Just go out there and get it done. God bless you. And we'll see you at the mansion. Take care.